Good evening. Action speaks better than words. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. National Cybersecurity Center participated in GCC meeting. The Ministry of Legal Affairs held workshop. Bahrain and United Nations Development Programme Youth Corporation stressed. Saudi Arabia made $5 billion deposit at the Central Bank of Turkey. Indonesia landslides killed 10 and rescuers search for 42 missing. Today's news in detail. National Cybersecurity Center participated in GCC meeting. Deputy CEO for Cyber Operations at the National Cybersecurity Center, Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed bin Abdul Wahab Al Khalifa, led Bahrain's delegation in the first meeting of the Gulf Cooperation Council GCC Executive Committee for Cybersecurity. The meeting was held virtually with the participation of officials from ministries, agencies, and centers concerned with cybersecurity in the region. The meeting discussed the role of the committee and those affiliated with it. It also discussed policies and procedures in various sectors that address cyber threats with the aim of improving cooperation in the field of cybersecurity among GCC countries. The Ministry of Legal Affairs held workshop. The Ministry of Legal Affairs held a workshop on developing a mechanism for submitting, preparing, and studying draft government laws. The Cabinet had approved the memorandum of the Coordinating Committee regarding a proposal to develop mechanism for submitting, preparing, and studying government draft laws. It assigned the Ministry of Legal Affairs to organize workshops to inform government authorities about developed mechanism. Legal Affairs Minister Yusuf bin Abdul Hussein Khalaf conducted the workshop, which was attended by a number of ministers to shed light on the new procedure. Bahrain and United Nations Development Programme Youth Cooperation stressed. Youth Affairs Minister Rawan bint Najib Tawfiqi received the resident representative of the United Nations Development Programme UNDP, Firaz Garabia. Tawfiqi said that the ministry is keen to build a sustainable partnership with the UNDP to present initiatives that contribute to the empowerment of Bahraini and international youth. She noted that the importance of the partnership between the ministry and the UNDP that strengthens the role of Bahraini youth in exchanging youth experiences and knowledge in various leadership sectors. The minister and the representative reviewed the results of the initiative between the two sides and their effects on Bahraini and international youth. LMRA conducted 3 joint inspection campaigns in northern and southern governorates. The Labour Market Regulatory Authority LMRA and the Ministry of Interior continue joint efforts to intensify inspection campaigns against illegal practices in the labour market in order to preserve a competitive, fair and stable labour market. LMRA conducted 3 joint inspection campaigns. The first was in the Northern Governorate in coordination with the NPRA and the Governorate's respective police directorate. The other 2 campaigns were undertaken in Southern Governorate in coordination with the General Directorate of Crime Detection and Forensic Evidence of the Ministry of Interior. General meeting of Council of UNGA Presidents kicked off in Bahrain. The General Meeting of the Council of the Presidents of the UN General Assembly UNCPGA, hosted by Bahrain, followed an invitation from His Majesty King Hamad bin Al Khalifa, kicked off yesterday under the chairmanship of Dr. Han Seong-so. In his opening speech, Dr. Han expressed sincere thanks to the Kingdom of Bahrain for hosting the second session of the UNCPGA after its activation, noting that the Council seeks to provide the experiences of former presidents of the UNGA with the aim of promoting pluralism and achieving the highest goals of the United Nations Charter. He expressed his hope that the meeting will contribute to providing appropriate ground for the launch of constructive discussions and initiatives that would consolidate the UN principles, promote global peace and security, as well as provide a positive environment for sustainable and real development for all the peoples to take place. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Fire broke out at St. Christopher's School, Bahrain. A fire broke out at the St. Christopher's School, Bahrain's campus, which is in Issa town today, the Educational Ministry reported. It stated that the fire was caused by a short circuit in one of the school's air ventilation fans. It has been announced. Saudi Arabia made a $5 billion deposit at the Central Bank of Turkey. In an implementation of the directives from the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, Crown Prince and Prime Minister, and Saudi Minister of Tourism and Chairman of the Saudi Fund for Development Board of Directors, Ahmad Akil Al Khatib, signed an agreement with the Governor of the Central Bank of the Republic of Turkey to make a $5 billion deposit to the Central Bank of Turkey. This deposit is a testament to the close cooperation and historical ties that exist between Saudi Arabia and Turkey, Saudi press agency reported. UAE's Rashid rover to land on Moon on April 25th. It has been announced. The UAE's Rashid rover to Moon is scheduled to land on Moon's surface on April 25, a top official revealed on Monday. The Japanese lander carrying Rashid rover has traveled 1.6 million kilometers and is expected to make a shallow landing on April 25, said Salim Al-Murri, Director General of the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center. He was speaking at a plenary session during the inaugural day of the 17th International Conference on Space Operations in Dubai. Japan's new rocket failed after ingenious show. Japan's new medium-lift rocket failed on its debut flight in space on Tuesday after the launcher's second stage engine did not ignite as planned, in a blow to its efforts to cut the cost of accessing space. The 57-meter-tall H-3 rocket, Japan's first new model in 3 decades, lifted off without a hitch from the Tagnesha spaceport, a live-streamed broadcast by the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency showed. But upon reaching space, the rocket's second stage engine failed to ignite, forcing mission officials to manually destroy the vehicle 14 minutes into the flight, it has been announced. Indonesia landslides killed 10 and rescuers search for 42 missing. Rescuers searched for 42 still missing after 2 landslides triggered by torrential rains hit villages on an island in Indonesia's remote Natuna Regency, disaster officials have said. Dozens of soldiers, police and volunteers joined the search in the Janting and Pangkalan villages on a remote island surrounded by choppy waters and high waves in the Natuna group at the edge of the South China Sea. They were reported of 42 people trapped in 27 houses that were buried under tons of mud from surrounding hills. Indian Navy successfully test-fired indigenous surface-to-air missile. The Indian Navy on March 7, which is today, carried out a successful test firing of a medium-range surface-to-air missile from frontline warship INS Visakhapatnam, officials have said. The test firing validated the capability to engage the weapons as an anti-ship missile. They said the MRSAM has been jointly developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO and the Institute of Actuaries of India IAI and produced at Bharat Dynamics Limited BADL, reflecting the Navy's commitment to Atmanirbhar Bharat. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.